Hello, welcome to this how to global leaderboard video. I finally decided I would re-script this, so for your information, this is just what I'm using here. Let me show you what this looks like. It looks like this. Now, I used layout order to fix this. Anyways, let's just move on. We don't want this to be like 20 minutes, because I just tried to record this and it was like 20 minutes long. Not fun. So let's just move on. Let's make a script insert a script service and call this the leaderboard handler. There we go, just some random name. There you go. Perfect. So what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to start off by inserting a new value. So insert the new value. That's what the leaderboard's going to go by. So in this instance, I'm just going to insert an example stat. So let's see. There you go, that just inserts a new value and names it. Now, I'll do it all here. So function, LB, or function, update. And up here I'm actually just gonna make a function to kind of put comments. There you go, that's basically just a comma function. You don't really need to worry about this. You can worry about this if you want, but you don't have to. Anyways, let's see. Now we want to update the leaderboard, so we want to set the data. Okay, so one thing that you really need to keep in mind here, this is very, very important. You can change this to any value you have, and that's what it's going to show for on the leaderboard. And that's something that you need to keep in mind. It's very important that you keep that in mind, because if you don't actually keep that in mind, you're gonna have trouble with this and getting it right. And that's why I'm basically just telling you that this is what determines the thing. Alright, so anyways now, there's no need to make like a data store for this, so let's just get on with the thing that does all of this. Alright, so one thing you need to also keep in mind is that 10 is how many I can have on my leaderboard. Change this to how many you have on yours. So as you saw, I have 10, I counted that in previous attempts of making this. So I have 10, so I put 10 here. You have 5 that can fit on there, you put 5 here. You have 50, you put 50. You can put any number up to 100. 100 is where you need to use a new page system thing that I've never really messed around with. Which you gotta do that to actually keep going over 100. Anyways, now to the page. Now we need to loop through this. And now we need to set all of the info. So let's start off by getting the player. What this is basically just gonna do is get the name from the user ID, as you see up here. If you've already used the same data store for name, you gotta reset that data store by changing this here or whatever you use to a new name that doesn't match, so it doesn't break. That's important to keep in mind. Anytime you want to reset data, you change that as well. Alright, so let's get the holder now. Now we have the holder. Or not holder, let's call this the frame. Now we have the frame. Two numbers actually not needed here. Whoops. And now I messed this end up. Whoops. And here it changes to info. That's me messing up. Let's see. And that should be around it. Now we're gonna publish this. And just one thing that you should know or note is go to configure game and turn this on. It's gonna avoid errors when you test in Studio in case you use this in a game. So now we're gonna test this, and as you'll see, this is my place 140. I have made a lot of bad things in the past, so let's join a server. Let's see if we didn't mess anything up. Open up the dev console, that's your friend. Now, the reason this isn't working is because we never actually updated this. So we want to do this every 15 seconds. That's a good time, I feel. So, now that we've just quickly published that again, make sure there's not a server running already, and join a new server. And now, we're joining server, good, and now it should basically either work or give us errors, and that's why we have dev console, so we can find all the errors we have and fix them. This is sure taking a while. Is the server updated? That's the main question, huh? Oh wait. My bad. So there's no errors, right? We just never made the frame visible, and that's basically just why it didn't work. Make sure you do that as well. Make sure everything else is active. Active, good. Everything is good. Leave this server. Let's just shut down all places for good measure. Or all servers, I mean, my bad. And now, it should basically say 0. And that should be good, right? Alrighty, so now we get over to this thing. We wait 15 seconds. I should see it added there. We set our value to 1500, 1500, and I should see it adds me on there. So that's basically how you make a global leaderboard. That is a simple global leaderboard. I'll leave this system in the description down below as a model if you want to just take it. And other than that, I hope I explained it all well enough. And yeah, I might come out with how to make a server leaderboard soon. No promises though, but yeah, it's been me, Toba, and I'm out.